Hey guys, this is JJ. I went through some narcissistic abuse. Man, I tell you, I did not know that narcissistic abuse was like that. I learned what gaslighting was. I learned what covert narcissists were. I learned what overt narcissists were. I learned what destructive narcissists were. Gaslighting, I never knew what that was. I never knew what a smear campaign was. I found that out. I did not know anything about gang stalking. Man, I found that out. I was so lost. I was so walking in fear every day. And I just want to let you guys know, like, I've been going through it for a while. And I resorted to drugs and alcohol. I lived a rough life. Man, my life was rough. 16 years old. I was in jail for my first bit. My mom charged me. My mom charged me with breaking into my own house, man. I went in there and I got my clothes and a bag of crackers, and I came out and the cops were there because the neighbors called, and they called my mom and she arrested me. So I was out on the street after I was out on the street at 16 years old. I was downtown Calgary living on the streets. Man, I tell you, downtown Calgary's crazy. I was 16 years old and it was a great thing that I bumped into some OGs, you know. These OGs, they helped me, man. Uncle Ed, you know. Man, Ronnie, FBI, Big Phil, like all you guys, man. You guys helped me out a lot, man. You guys taught me the ropes, man. And if it wasn't for these OGs, I wouldn't be who I am today. I'm a freaking fighter. I'm a soldier, man. But I'm telling you, I went through so much. I had 4 daughters. They were in my life for their whole life. They came into my life just recently, 5 years ago, just to leave again. I was addicted to methamphetamine. Not really addicted, I used a little bit. But that being said, you know, like, they came into my life and they left. My common law wife of 13 years, I raised 4 boys with her. Amazing boys, you know, they taught me so much. They bettered my life. I was a better human being because of them. I had 3 daughters with her. We had 10 amazing years out of 13. You know, we got into some domestic violence. We put our hands on each other. I put my hands on her. Not to the extent that she said, but it doesn't matter, man. You should never put your hands on a woman, you know? Would you like somebody doing that to your sister? Would you like somebody doing that to your mom? Would you like somebody doing that to your auntie? No. So, like, why? I could have made better choices. But yeah, that being said, I ended up going to jail. I was on the gang range. I was on the high-profile gang range. I learned a lot there too, you know? I learned that I will stand up for anything that I love. My buddy was going to get jumped by these guys, and I said, screw it, man. I started I orchestrated some people. And I said, fuck that, pardon my language. I said, screw that. That's my ride or die buddy, man. He'll be there for life for me too, you know? So I stood up, I did what I had to do. They broke my ribs and everything. You know, it's what it is. I was willing to die for my boy, you know? We're alone when we're in jail. You're all alone unless you know somebody. And that's what I want to get at. Since I left this one relationship, my narcissist, I call her, I've been alone. I lost my wife, my kids. They were in my life. I introduced this woman to them. I left. Boom, gang stalking started. Boom, smear campaign started. I had all these people running their mouth, running lies about me and my community. It sucks. Man, I'm still here in my community, man. There's a target on my back every day, you know, because these people are smearing lies about me, saying, oh, he said this, he said that, he said this, he said that. Guess what? I don't care, man. You know, I'm not going to be running in fear. I'm not going to be scared of abuse. I just want to make people aware of it. You got to do something about it, man. If you feel you're being abused, say something. I've been saying something. Nobody listens to me, man. Because I'm a man. Nobody listens to a man. And that's the sad thing in this day and age. You hear about child abuse. You hear about domestic violence against women. You hear about sexual abuse. But you never hear about the man side. The men are always portrayed to be the villain. But you know what? Every superhero is a villain, right? They got villain status, but they're a superhero. So, in a way, great. I like being a villain. But not the villain that men are portrayed to be. You look on Facebook and that's all you see is man against woman. Why does man cheat? How does a man keep a good woman? Why can't a man keep a good woman? Blah, 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 blah. You know what? The guys are going through situations too. Like I said, I've been without my kids for 5 years, man. I did my part, man. I owned my shit on my domestic violence. I went to jail for it. I did my time. I'm working on myself, you know? I never hurt my kids. My kids were never really present ever in any of our situations. I never subjected them to that. But I'm not allowed my kids. My ex is saying I owe $50,000, man. 6 out of 13 years that we were together, I owe child support. Fuck that. I'm sorry about my language, but I helped raise 4 boys and 3 daughters, 13 years. You're not gonna freaking get money out of me for 6 freaking years that my daughters were born and alive. That's after my daughters were born, she's trying to claim, and I was with her. I was supporting 7 kids with her. She's also trying to claim the 5 years that she stole my kids, man. It's not in the court systems that I'm not allowed to see my kids. My kids played the skate park down the street from where I am, and I'm told I'm not allowed to talk to them. I better leave them alone because she's not fucking around, like trying to threaten me. She drives by in her truck stalking me while I'm outside working on my front lawn. You know? Man, why can't I see my kids? That's abuse, guys. That's abuse. We gotta start speaking about it, man. Like, nobody speaks about it. So it's time that men freaking get their fucking thumbs out their ass, get their head out their ass, and fucking go out there and say, hey, man, this is what's going on. Like, we're victims too, bud. Say something. Nothing's ever gonna change. My kids are living without a dad right now, and I swore I would never do that because I was without a dad. I had a stepdad, God rest, man, he's a fucking amazing. He took on 5 kids that weren't even his and still doesn't have any kids of his own. That's a fucking powerful man. That man taught me so much. I raised 4 boys that weren't mine. I also helped raise 3 kids in Winnipeg, Manitoba that weren't mine. I've been there for almost every girlfriend that I've been with had kids, man. And I'm there helping them out. Now my kids are without a dad. I swore I'd never be that. How am I supposed to break a generational curse when my ex is being a fucking bitch? Part of my language. Like, I did my time. I owned my shit. But we're still going through this. I go out with a target on my back every day because of my now future ex. Not my future ex, my past ex. We got physical too. I was subject to reactive abuse. Reactive abuse is when somebody has intentions on getting you to react. By getting in your face, pushing all your buttons, pushing all your triggers, push. Yeah, I should have been smarter, man. I should have seen the patterns, man. But I didn't. So I acted out of character. I acted the way she wanted me to. She narrated that story and turned me into a character that I wasn't. That's reactive abuse, guys. That's abuse. I'm sure we've all been through it, but nobody talks about it, man. Nobody talks about it, so we're always going to be the bad guy. I'm sick of being the bad guy. I don't know about you guys, man, but I'm sick of being the bad guy, guys. We gotta get our word out there, man. We have to be known to be victims as well, man. And no, the man's not a victim because he's strong, because he's this, he's that. You know what? We're all strong. Females are strong too, man. But where's the equality? Everybody wants equality. Equal give and take. We keep taking the shit with domestic violence, man. We keep taking the shit when the woman wants to take our kids from us, man. Why do the women always get the children? Don't get me wrong. Mom's where the children belong. But, like, guys, we don't get no say in the matter, man. We don't ever get no say. I had to cop out the charges that I didn't fully do. They were fabricated. They were stretched out bigger than what they actually were. But I had to cop out because I missed my trial date because the girlfriend I was with at the time, her mother passed away, and my girlfriend at the time was addicted to fentanyl. So I knew where I was supposed to be, but I knew where I had to be. Me and her mom's all she ever had. So if I ended up in jail, then what? She's gonna kill herself on fentanyl? I knew where I had to be, man. I saved her life. I ended up going to jail. I get out of jail finding out that she's in a care home. She can't think. 5 minutes past 5 minutes past 5 minutes. because she overdosed and almost died. She died for 17 minutes. Now, if I wasn't in jail, I would have been there. I would have been able to save her. I feel like shit because I can't see my kids. I can't talk to my kids, but they play at the skate park on the same block that I'm on. But I'm supposed to protect them, right? How can I protect them if I can't even be around them? I fear for my family every day. I don't know who's around there, who's protecting them. I should be protecting them, but I'm not allowed because I'm a villain. Come on, guys, you got to start speaking up, man. We got to get this out there. Men are victims too. I've been subject to gang stalking. That's freaking harassment. That's bullying, man. It's time for us to stand up, guys. I love riding crotch rocket. I love riding bike. I'm looking for a crew, man. Come on, guys. I know you guys like riding bike. I'm looking for a tribe. I'm looking for a freaking brotherhood, man, to start an RC. Let's start an RC, guys. And let's start making awareness to domestic violence against men. You got bikers against bullies? Awesome. You guys rock, man. You got bikers against child abuse? Freaking A, you guys are dynamite, man. You guys rock too. Why can't we have somebody out there making awareness for the domestic violence against men? So guys, it's time to speak up. Let's be something great. Why don't we build something great that makes awareness for our situation, man? You know, and do something that we love. Let's make awareness while we're riding our bike and looking the greatest we've ever looked. Come on, guys, I know we can do it. I need some help here, man. I need some help. I'm trying to find channels on how to do this, on how to start this RC. I don't even have a bike, man. Since I left my freaking ex, my narcissist, I lost my truck. I lost a motorhome. And I lost my motorbike, my Gixxer 711. I lost it. For no apparent reason. It was parked on private property, but it was parked on my place of business. When they picked me up for a non-endorsed warrant for fingerprints. Non-endorsed warrant means you have to go in front of a JP. The cops towed my bike, took me up to APU, fingerprinted me, and drove me back down to where I lived. No JP. That's illegal, man. I was supposed to see a JP, so what? Now I'm unlawfully at large or what? This is what I'm talking about, guys. I have cops come here that don't have their body cameras on, that don't have name tags. They come here 3-4 times a day, asking me, what am I doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, I'm working, man. You guys were just here 2 hours ago. And you're asking me my name again. Well, you know, we just got a suspicious phone call. It's like, you just talked to me 2 freaking hours ago, man. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Like, we are victims, man. So, let's speak up, guys. Come on. Let's start something great. Let's be something great. Let's make society, let's change this for your kids, man. Do you want your son to grow up being this? No. We're victims too, man. It's time to start making the world aware of our side of the story, man, because I'm sick of having the narrative freaking turned around on us. I'm sick of the narrative being that we're always the bad guys. It's time for the stories to get switched to the right narrative. There's 2 sides of the story, actually 3. Hers, ours, and the truth, right? So why is it always theirs is the truth? Come on, guys, it's time to make this different, man. It's time to make, let's do this. Let's start something great. I'm looking for an RC group, man. I'm looking for some guys that wanna go out there and spread some awareness for this domestic violence against men. This bullying and shit. Like, we're freaking being bullied too, man. It's time that the world knows what's going on with us. So let's speak up. Let's do something great. Hey, man, I'm looking for a bike. I don't have any money, man. I've lost everything. I can't even get a freaking bank account because my ex has, if I put any money in my account, if I go to CIBC or whatever and I try to put money, I open up a new bank account, they're taking my money, man. Like, this is bullshit. How do they expect us to give them money when they're fucking saying that we owe this money, man? Stop us from getting our license. Man, I had my vehicles and shit taken away. I can't even make a freaking dime. And I'm known as a lowlife, deadbeat dad, but I can't even freaking get a job. If I do, I'm flipping burgers, if I can. And even if I can't flip burgers, Let's say I can flip burgers. What am I gonna walk away with? $6 an hour, baby, after I'm garnished? I got all lawn equipment. I got lawnmowers, weed whackers, blow packs. I got everything, man. I want to try and get out there and just do a landscaping something, you know? I want to do something around the house. I'm a furniture mover for life, you know? I could do everything else. I could do drywalling. I could do painting. I could do all that. Come on, guys. It's time to make a freaking change, man. It's time to do this. So, I'm looking for a bike. I'm looking for a crew, man. I'm looking for a brotherhood, man. I want to build something that's going to be great. Let's leave this world legacies, man. Let's leave this world known for something. Come on, guys. It's time to speak up. Let's do it. You, me, and the brothers. Let's do it, guys. Until next time, stay strong.